Peace, love, and about our heritage, y'all. What is good? It is Shy the Sage. Returning for another amazingly amazing video. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay. I am at a friend's house. So be careful what you pray for because I just went to from being in the house like literally for a month straight to being outside for like the past 3 days straight. Like, so that's why I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm running a very low sleep and vibes. Okay. Like, literally, like literally, like, I spent a little over a month just in the house. And then, like, I said a prayer. And then I've been outside for the last 3 days, nonstop, no sleep. Okay. Rockstar lifestyle. Okay. But it's the summertime. And I'm like, come on, spirit. Like, I know you ain't going to have me cooped up in this house. And summer almost over. So yeah, I've decided to record at my friend's house because I've been so busy these last few days. And I just decided since I am going to stay over here, I might as well bring my tripod and record because I promised myself I will record a video because why we're staying consistent and we're holding ourselves accountable. Okay. So the topic of this video is how to cipher or transmute energy from your enemies and from your haters. Okay. Um, I am very adept to spiritual warfare because when you have power, you are a target. Okay. And I've had many different people who were close to me be used as a ticket to my demise. Hello, hello. Okay, so I am very equipped with spiritual warfare. Now, motherfuckers can't touch me now. Okay, so I want to use the example of alchemy of how to transmute energy from your haters. Okay, so first things first, I want to say this. I've noticed, and I'm starting to understand the fact that no matter what you do, you're going to have opposition. Okay. It is a part of the Hermetic law. Okay. The law of polarity. And I'm on Twitter a lot. And I noticed that no matter what you might say the most ethically rational, logical thing. And there's always going to be somebody opposing that. You can say on Twitter or on social media, hey, kidnapping kids is wrong. And it's going to be one motherfucker. Well, that depends because what if the kid you see what I'm saying? It's always going to be in opposition. And I'm starting to understand the ascended masters. So your Buddhas, your Muhammad, your Jesus figures. I'm starting to understand uh kind of their purpose because those are six dimensional beings that walk this earth, and even at their most perfect in aligned state, they still had opposition. Okay, Jesus had ops, and the nigga didn't even bother nobody. The nigga was just trying to help people, but he had ops. So you have to understand that no matter, and I'm starting to understand that on my journey, no matter how pure your intentions is, no matter how you want to make be a positive force on this earth, you are going to face opposition. It's something that I could not wrap my head around. It's something that it took me a while to understand, and I got a lot of cognitive dissonance from it. However, I am noticing, I'm starting to understand that it's really nothing personal. It's really the law of polarity. Okay. If there's left, you need a right. Okay. If there's up, you need down. If there's male, you need female. Okay. If there's dog, you need cat. Okay. Everything exists in polarity because through polarity, creation is born. Okay. You get a certain dynamic that creates something. Okay. So I want to use an example of how to siphon your energy from your enemies or your haters. I want to use an example from alchemy. Okay. So alchemy is basically the theory of turning lead into gold. Now, can you actually turn lead into gold? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's extremely difficult to do so. Okay. But when we're talking about alchemy, we're just talking about turning the soul from dull to gold, turning the soul from ignorance to enlightenment. Okay. And like I said, and gold is a very, 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 very uh you can say it's a very prominent theme when you're dealing with the occult and metaphysics. Okay. Example, when Goku and Vegeta turn Super Saiyan, they're gold. Okay, because all their chakras, their energy centers are in alignment, so they give their biofield radiates and vibrates of the color of gold. Okay. I recently watched the Sonic movies, the new ones with Jim Carrey. And in the second Sonic movie, you have all these crystals, and all these crystals combined into one emerald. And from that emerald, okay, when Sonic merges with that emerald, Sonic turns gold. Okay. So I think you have like seven emeralds to make, I mean, you have seven crystals to make that one emerald. Okay. So those multiple crystals represent different energy signatures, different archetypes in the human in the emotional body. Okay. And when these are aligned, you begin to vibrate at the frequency of gold, enlightenment. You're stronger, you're faster, you're more equipped, you're cognitively sharper. Okay. You can see things more clearly. Okay. So first things first that you got to understand with energy. Okay. So when somebody offers you hate, and this can come in the form of jealousy, criticism, hostility, or any just type of form of negativity and fuck shit. Okay. When somebody approaches you with that, I want you to understand that one is not personal. You have to look at energy as offerings. So on this channel, we always talk about we are gods. Self deification is self deification is a thing. So when you begin to get hate, criticism, negativity from other people, understand that that is just offerings. Take them as offerings, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. And you have to, and then you have to understand too. Of course, the first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. Okay. It can only be what is it? It can only be changed or transmuted. I think that's it. Yeah, energy cannot be created or destroyed. And I want you to think of that energy like the lead prior to turning it into gold. Okay. So you got some haters. You got people you just trying to mind your business. Maybe you at work. You go, you do your job, you go home, you don't mind nobody. You just there to get your paycheck and get the fuck on. A lot of humans don't like other humans who stay to themselves because they feel like because you are in proximity to them, you owe them interaction. Okay. That's how that's how juvenile humanity can be. Okay. So let's say you at the job, minding your business, and then you get hate because you just really, I don't want to hang out at company functions. I don't want to go for a drink after with my coworkers after I do my shift. I want to clock in, clock out, and go the hell home. Okay. That can cause envy, hate, and jealousy and gossip and all that other stuff. Okay. So understand that that energy is like lead. It's genuinely, don't think of it as good or bad. Think of it as raw material. Okay. Just like lead. Lead is not useful by itself, but you can change it and you can turn it into something valuable. Okay. So think of negative comments, or if you get triggered by people envying you or people criticizing you or people just sending negativity because you represent something that they wish to obtain, but they're too lazy to obtain it. So it's just easier to hate you for it. Okay. Clock it. Um, So when you get that energy sent to you in many ways, okay, understand it's not necessarily bad. It's just energy that's unrefined. Okay, it's sloppy, it's messy, it's like lead. What the fuck can you do with lead? Okay, it's only so much that you can do with lead. Lead compared to gold is equivalent to dog shit. Something you can do with it, right? So think of all negative energy from your enemies or haters. Like lead, it's neither good or bad. It's just raw material. Okay, it's offerings. Somebody is bringing you offerings, especially if you self deify yourself. Okay, because why? Your individual self is like, and I told you I learned this through dancing when I used to be an excited dancer. When you're an excited dancer, you have to believe in your product, and your product is your not only your physical body but your mind in your mouth. Okay, dancing is only 20% action, 20% dancing, but 80% of it is sales and your mouth, what they call your mouthpiece. Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay, I forgot where I was going. Oh, so I'm saying that to say, my bad, lost my train of thought. I'm saying that to say self-deification is just the process of you believing in your product, believing in not only your soul, your consciousness, aka your mind, and your physical body. Okay, 333, the mind, body, and soul. You have to believe in your product. The more you believe in your product, the more God, Allah, the universe is going to believe in you. Therefore, you can get more stuff. Okay, get why do bad people seem to have a good time and seem to get all the opportunities to make wealth and live happy lives? It's because even though they're inherently terrible, on the inside they feel like they deserve nice shit. And that's simply what it is. It's not about morality. Okay, it's not about what's good or bad. It's about what do you believe you deserve. So this is why, again, quote unquote bad people, they tend to have high self-esteem because they don't give a fuck how they treat you. I need what I need. Okay, this is how these corporations are. Okay, I don't give a fuck if I have to uh remove an entire village. I want to build a I want to build a Walmart here. I don't care if I'm evicting a mother and 3 kids. I want to build a parking lot in this building because I deserve it. And guess what? They get it. And I don't mean to laugh, but it's just so fucked up. I don't mean to laugh, but believing in your product is gonna make the universe respond to what you desire. Okay. Anyway, moving forward. All right. So, step 2: recognize and accepting the lead, aka the quote unquote negative, perceived negative energy from your haters and your enemies. Okay, when somebody is mean or negative, don't ignore it, but also don't let it fuck up your day. Okay, um just think about it as, again, raw materials. This is heavy lead. I can do something with this energy. Okay, it might be triggering, but you must stay calm. Okay, you must stay calm. This is why emotional regulation is so important. Okay, so once you acknowledge the way that you feel, okay, hey, I can do something with this energy. Okay, now step 3: clean up the lead, aka make it pure. In alchemy, this is called the neutralization process. Okay, so when you have raw material, you have to neutralize it so you can turn it into something else. That's like a midway point. Okay, that's like your midway point. So you have to break it down to zero, aka neutralize it, to transform it into something that you desire. Okay, that is going to be beneficial for you. Okay, so when somebody says negativity, smear campaigns, gossip, spreading rumors, okay, uh, especially if you're a beautiful woman, people be thinking that because you're attractive that you have an easy life. No, you don't. You have a target on your back when you fine as hell. Okay, beauty is a gift and a curse. It can get you many doors, but it also puts a target on your back. Okay, you just don't live, and then people think that you just have it easy and haven't worked for anything, and things come naturally easy to you, so they feel like that you need to go through a harder time. Okay, that's the type of warfare that comes in different areas of life, and in this case I'm using beauty. Okay, So make it pure, neutralizing the negative emotions. Okay, take a moment to think about why you feel upset. Okay, and then most times you have to understand how people feel about you has absolutely nothing to do with you. Okay, this doesn't matter what their relation is to you. Okay, when you have a hater or an opposition or what they call op, they literally call your opposition op. Okay, your opposition. Okay, you mirror each other. Okay, but you mirror the lighter aspect, aka they have something. I mean, you have something that they want, and then they mirror and they represent the lower aspect of what you are. See, your haters, y'all have similarities. Okay, you have similarities, but it's just complete opposite expressions of that. Okay, and usually hate comes from you have something that I want, and then most times humans are so lazy they don't want to work for it. Okay, you'll you'll climb yourself out of poverty, make it out the hood, sign a record deal, and then niggas who didn't put in no work towards that, who don't even have the gumption, the drive, the determination to even make it a creative endeavor so they can get the same way, they'll hate you for it, and then they'll try to kill you, aka what happened with Young Dolph. Okay, so because I lack creative skill, I'm gonna hate you for it. Instead of just using how I feel, my jealousy for you, until dang, maybe I can do that too. It's like, oh, okay, well, I can't do it, so I don't want you to do it either. And then that's where the sabotage come in. Okay, so be careful. All right. So yeah, have time. It don't got nothing to do with you. Okay. You're just a reminder of what they lack, and that's okay. But you're not responsible for anybody's emotions. That's just an indicator for them just to be better. So whether you have a nicer body, okay. I've had women who get mad at me because they perceive